Zero. Hold on. It's
Los
called.
Angeles Chargers.
No. Zero. No, I didn't. Zero. The first
Charles Herbert
game,
been looking forward to
you
this
was winning.
all week. And we are
Remember?
underway in Southern
I told you,
California. Takes it at the 7.
the guy sent me a invite accident to join the
Down as this drive
game.
will start at the
That's how you won that
24-yard
one.
line.
The second one you won for real. The third one I won. Look. I own you. Let's go.
Looking to throw right away is Watson.
Give me that. Let's
He's
go.
going to take a shot right away. And
Give me
it's
that. Let's go.
intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as they force the INT.
I own you.
The game's opening drive.
I own you.
Someone took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado.
Why you can't beat me there?
At all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover.
You know
I don't
also.
think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, let's go. You can't pass.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Certainly no
You can't pass already, right?
there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Trying to lay
Where you all at? Give me that, man.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. John Johnson with the INT.
This touchdown, do whatever. Oh, good. Damn.
A terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And able to get this down inside.
Let's
15,
go!
either 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a goal. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Third and 2, Watson. Forced out to his left. And I think the ball's out.
First down. Let's
Unfortunately,
go.
wind up out of bounds. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Go.
Now Watson.
Come on, right?
Touchdown, Browns. Deshaun Watson finding Amari Cooper. And the Browns use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taylor now from the end zone.
There.
And only able to get this to
Baby.
18, so probably should have opted
Somebody
for the
call him.
touchback.
Right here. I don't know that number. We'll call Vernon.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Hello.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage to the 31 now on 1st and 10. It's Eckler again. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
I'll be there in time. All right, come and see. All right,
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try the air now with Herbert. They'll roll him out right. And his throw here is
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion.
Hey, that's a damn ball. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I just leave that big.
To throw here, Herbert. He's going to air one out to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Finding room at midfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 22 and a 1st down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
To throw is Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually,
he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
And, partner, I think this is what long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Buying time to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. These two teams all tied after 1. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It looked like they had the run stopped at the line of scrimmage, but the hand got up into the face mask, and the officials, they were looking for it. They spotted it.
It's an easy call, too, when it's right in front of them. You see that neck twist just a little bit, and that's enough to draw the flag.
Back to throw, Watson. Now brings it in across the formation. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
this is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here's Herbert. Sliding out of the pocket. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He'll buy some time. And my goodness, another interception. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. From the 50, it's Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
York able to send this one through, and now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me for? It's my turn now to make the big play. And that's exactly what he did.
Herbert just beat the play clock. And now here is another interception. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
The final shot before the break for Herbert, escaping the pressure right. Throwing the out route, and he's got Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Charger drive about to get going. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Carter. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Back-to-back catches here for Carter. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To the air again, Herbert. Being chased out left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And my goodness, another interception. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Herbert now. He'll find Williams on the slant. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert rolling to his right. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
On 2nd and 15 now. Watson, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And that flag accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Watson now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And that one didn't accomplish a whole lot. It'll be down inside the 35-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. That one caught by Carter. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Herbert throwing again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for a fourth quarter lead. And his kick is no good. Oh, by the slimmest of margins, he missed it wide to the left. And they'll remain down by 2.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, they certainly caught a big break with that missed field goal. Instead of trailing, they hold on to that slim lead, and now we'll see how they play this critical fourth quarter possession.
They begin this drive with Chubb, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell in.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Running on first down, Eckler. And he's got room. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Herbert. This is caught.
And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Eckler will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown.
Well,
Late turnovers so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Browns drive about to get started.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here. Second down, here's Chubb again.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
And he'll only get a couple here, and that'll bring up 4th down, and they'll have time to talk things over as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. I'm on the big screen. I took a big swing out of life. I'm doing big things in my life. I deserve 6 rings like a Mike. I've got no sleep. I remember when it was the nosebleeds. Now they captured the fashion from flow seats. I'm a whole king. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Ooh, it's trouble in paradise. So let's parachute where the air's nice. And let's risk it all on the paradise. But she just wanna make sure her hair's nice. That's fair, right? I just fell in love with a prima donna. The 2023 Madonna. I mean, your honor, I was minding my business until she gave me complete nirvana.